Hey guys, so I'm out as you can see. Just out for a walk as usual because yesterday I had such bad things to eat. And so I thought I would try to make it up today by, walking a little bit, getting some sunshine. It's also quite a beautiful day in Paris. And it also happens to be the 40th birthday of one of our favorite people in the world, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. It seems like the entire world community is celebrating the birthday of the Duke of Sussex. And I mean, I was quite shocked, stunned, flabbergasted to hear that not only are we all at the Sussex Squad and the rest of the people who, care about the Duke of Sussex and the Duchess of Sussex, not only are we really excited about Harry's 40th birthday, but his family members, his father, King Charles's office at Buckingham Palace, yeah, I think it was Buckingham Palace, not Clarence House, and his brother, um, his brother William's office, Kensington Palace, I believe, on X, as well as I think on their Instagram stories. Correct me if I'm wrong, but on two different platforms, both his father and his brother, very Machiavellian. What is the word? Machiavellian, something like that. They gave Harry this huge happy birthday blast off. I mean, it was just is it Machiavellian? This word Machiavellian, right? Um, so it's kind of like, what in the name does this even mean? I mean, first we get all this, intel that William wants nothing to do with Harry. The bond is broken. The hell will freeze over. Harry, what did they recently said about Harry, that he's so thick and nobody wants him in the UK and this, that, and the next. And then we hear that he's issued this happy birthday greeting. I mean, not to mention the hit pieces that just came out about Meghan in places like the Hollywood Reporter and stuff like that, and everybody's just like, oh, that is coming straight from Kensington Palace and from William. I mean, I don't know, but I can't say it's not, right? And I think this is one of the oldest museums in Paris, if not the oldest. The Cluny. It goes back to medieval times, but quite a beautiful building, isn't it? I love this kind of like old stone architecture. But yeah, so William, what is up with that? I mean, I think they did it just for the shock factor, just for the drama. I mean, first William starts growing a beard, like Harry. Then Harry goes to the funeral of his uncle, and William does not brief the press about it till like a day or two after, right? When he easily could have told them, if not in advance, because he probably didn't know, but the very same day, which he didn't. He waited like a day or two, and they were like angry with him, the press, and they felt betrayed, right? So he does that. And now come to find out that he wished Harry happy 40th birthday, and nobody saw that coming because, the press has been saying that, William wants absolutely nothing to do with Harry and so on and so forth. I suspect that it's another sort of distraction ploy. You know how they tried to throw Meghan under the bus to cover up this video from Kate that everybody's just like, what is this? So they know that if they wish Harry happy birthday, it would be talked about for a good 2 weeks at a minimum by the UK press and other corridors of the global press. And so I think they basically said, you know what? we need to change the narrative. We need to change the subject matter. And one way to do it is to just wish happy birthday to Harry. Nobody's going to expect it. Everybody's going to be stunned and everyone's going to be talking about it, and no one's going to be talking about Kate's video, which I think they might have a point there, at least not for the next couple of days, because people were genuinely taken by surprise with that, as was I. It didn't even cross my mind of whether they will wish him happy birthday or not. I don't even think I assumed they wouldn't. It just was a non-issue in my own brain. But I think for some people, it obviously was a question of like, will they, won't they? And so the answer is yes, they did. I mean, shocker of all shockers, they wished Harry a happy birthday. Happy 40th birthday, nevertheless. Anyway, listen. I'm downtown Paris on Rue de la Harpe. I wanted to get a crepe, and but the line was too long, so I'm just basically walking around. It's one of the most touristy areas, really, of Paris, and it's just very pretty in the Latin Quarter. So yeah, but so what did you think about this? Happy birthday greeting from Charles and William to Harry. I mean, what were your thoughts about that? I'd be happy to get your comments about that, right? I mean, were you surprised? Did you think that it meant anything? Did you think it was hypocrisy? What do you think is going on? Is it just a distraction? Was it genuine? All of that good stuff. Do tell in the comments. So yeah, I wonder what Harry will be doing to celebrate. I know there were all these people speculating about it in the media, where he's going to go, who he's going to spend it with, the fact that he won't be with his wife, this, that, and the next. So I can't wait to hear what he actually ends up doing. I can't even almost believe, or I should say, I almost can't believe. I can't even almost believe. Oh my God. I almost can't believe that he's getting so much attention for his birthday. It's almost more than, the biggest celebrities, or, the president, or, it's like huge. The way that his birthday has just captivated global attention. It's like everybody's talking about Harry's 40th birthday. I frankly don't even think they talked about, you know, Kate's 40th birthday, William's 40th birthday, even Meghan's 40th birthday, as much as they're talking about Harry's 40th birthday. It's really interesting. And I think, I don't know. I want to say, well, it's because certainly in the UK that they knew him since he was born, since the day he came out of that hospital, fresh out of his mother's womb, and she, cradled him in her arms, and she stood on the steps of the hospital, and they took all their snapshots of him. And so to a large extent, I mean, the British media, the British press, they feel that they own him and own a part of him. I mean, they birthed him practically, and so he's become this man of 40, and they kind of like hate, love him in a way. And, then they feel they own him, and he belongs to them, he belongs to England. And oh my God, he's 40, and, for 40 years, they've just been captivated with him for 40 years. But then I say, but wait a second, the same is true of William. I mean, they knew William from the time he came out of his mother's womb, fresh out of her womb. She stood on the stairs, on the steps of the hospital, cradling her son, and they took all their snapshots and da 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 da. And he turned 40 2 years ago, and it was, I would say, relatively quiet event. I personally don't remember anything about William's 40th birthday. Do you? And I don't know what he did. I think I read that he spent it quietly with his family, but I really don't recall this fervor, if you will, that has accompanied Harry's 40th birthday. I mean, Harry's 40th birthday is like, the biggest thing, the biggest news. I mean, they've been, talking about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. So it's really fascinating, I think. And I don't know why. I wonder how William feels about that, whether that's also something that he would be jealous of Harry for, the fact that nobody really, really cared that much about his 40th birthday. But, Harry's 40th birthday, it's like the world is, coming to an end. It's like, oh my gosh, it's the biggest thing since sliced bread. So I just wonder how William would feel about that. People are talking about William in so many different ways. I mean, one thing is they're saying that he looks really, really thin, like he's lost all this weight. And it's true that there were some recent photos of him that were not at all flattering. They looked terrible. He looked gaunt and skinny and just wrinkled and horrible. Like, where's little William? But I mean, in all fairness, I mean, we have all taken a bad picture once in a while. And, if you get any of us at the wrong angle at the wrong time, no matter how young or old we are, it could be quite something, right? So I really don't know what to say about these images. I mean, people are talking about the circles under his eyes and the wrinkles and the gauntness and the thinness and the this and the that. And, they're speculating that, it's his guilty conscience or that he misses Harry and so on and so forth. Look, I mean, I don't really know why William, if indeed he is looking the worse for wear. I don't know. I mean, in the video with his wife, Catherine, unless he was well made up, I mean, he looked pretty normal, pretty healthy, maybe even happy in some snippets of the thing. I mean, I understand that overall people were able to point out many different little areas and moments when he was, looking kind of, the body language experts for in particular are saying that he just looked, uncomfortable and so on and so forth. But I mean, there were moments also, we have to all admit, where he looked perfectly normal and healthy. And I'm not even sure if he had a beard in the documentary. But yeah, this particular image of him that's been circulating where he has a beard and he looks really, really gaunt, and people are saying that. That all said, I digress. I mean, I still can't believe that both William and Charles wished Harry a happy birthday. How very big of them, and Machiavellian at the same time, as I said. And I'm sure there's some kind of, tongue in cheek, sort of like backhand stab, kind of like, you know, meaning to it. I mean, I don't know. Look, as well as it could just really be a genuine happy birthday, because in the end, Harry is Charles's son and he's William's brother. And I know that, for us outsiders, it's really easy to just be like, forget you, we don't care. And, we're over them and that's it. But I do think that, you know, for the family members, it could be a completely different thing, And so, I try not to sort of impose my own feelings into Harry's mind too much, to leave him room, in case. I mean, I know. It's easy for us to say, never reconcile, never this, never that. But when you are, the family member, you are the brother, you're the father, you're the sister, you're the mother, you're the this, you're that. Yeah, it's not the same, it's not so easy. It's not so easy. Anyway, that all sad. So what's all this now? So this is all this candy. I don't want any of this candy. This is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Who eats this stuff? I mean, for the love of God, it's like ridiculous. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. So what else is going on in the land of Harry and Meghan? Well, I think that you know, not that much, it seems. It's just really right now all about, as many hit pieces as they can possibly write. They're just writing hit pieces left and right. I saw something in the Express. Meghan Markle's celebrity friends, she's ditched from the Beckhams to Jessica Mulroney. I mean, the timing of this is so rich, And I'm like, what? Why are you bringing up all this old news and just dumping all of this toxic waste into the stratosphere at this time? I mean, this is all old news. We've heard it before. Right now, it's not the news cycle. The news cycle is Kate and that video she made with her husband and children in the wheat fields to say that she's cancer free. The one that, left everybody just like, aghast by how insensitive it is and tone deaf. And you're sitting here talking to me about what Jessica Mulroney. Who is Jessica Mulroney? I mean, okay, I understand they were friends 7, 8 years ago, but I mean, that's just old news. That's not where it's at this time. Why is the Express bringing this up? Then I see another headline here where they're talking about Harry was always inadequate compared to William. I mean, I would not doubt that there were some inadequacies as Harry was trying to grow up and everyone was basically trampling him and dumping on him and making him feel inferior to William and going out of their way to let him know he's not equal to William. I mean, any human would have some sense of inadequacy in that situation. But you know what he did? He grew up. He didn't stay a baby forever. He became a man, and he put all that behind him, and he moved to Montecito with his wife Meghan, and so there we are. So I don't really know why they're bringing all of this up. I mean, it's the man's 40th birthday. Let him enjoy his 40th birthday and just stop raining on his parade. Anyway, that's all for this one. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.